Okay, now it's working. All right, thank you.
All right, so I'll call to order the July 11th Fairfield Golf Commission meeting. Let's start by taking attendance. Keith Varian, Mike Harrington,
Christine Hogan,
Anthony Calabrese.
Priscilla Schultz.
Great, thank you, everybody. Is anybody from the commission on the phone? Do you know who's on?
Yeah, Bob Wiganhead is on.
Oh,
or
good.
he was. I don't see him now. Are you there, Bob? Oh, yeah, he's there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. Hi, Bob.
Hello.
All right, let's act on the minutes. Everybody have a chance to look at the June 13th minutes? Any comments, questions? They're good to me. Nothing.
Yeah, I make a motion that we accept the minutes.
All right.
I second.
Perfect. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
And
Great.
I'm going to abstain because I wasn't here.
All right. Sounds good to me. Staff reports. Bob, do you want to do it or do you want me to give your summary?
I'm fine to do it if you guys can hear me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, in general, everything's going really good. We've had a very busy time. The proclamation with Senator Wong went really well. I thought that was really cool. We just got through. Our ladies had their 50th anniversary invitational. It was a huge success. And then this weekend, we just wrapped up the men's club big weekend. So Smith continues to be extremely busy. In general, all things are good. I'm not really hearing many complaints at all. And I have been around a number of golf professionals the last 2 days, and most people are saying business is down. So I think we're really doing good. I think the end of the COVID peak, we're starting to come back down, but so far we've stayed strong. Besides that, that's all I have to report.
Bob, this is Priscilla. I have one question for you. I agree with you. Everything is going really, really well. The only concern I have is that when there's an event at the course, it doesn't seem to be listed anywhere on the website, whether it be the calendar or on...
It's on the calendar. I apologize, but it's definitely on the calendar on the website and posted outside the golf shop.
Okay, because I looked at the calendar, like for the men's member this weekend, and it wasn't on the calendar. And then what was supposed to be
so when you look at the calendar on the website, it says there's a shotgun, and then there's a little dot next to it that gives you the details.
I didn't click on that.
Okay, I did, and I didn't see anything for that. Yeah. All right. So, but as long as it's posted somewhere, because I know people. I've been asked probably by maybe a half a dozen people already, and nobody saw it anywhere. And so when they tried to get on for this past weekend, nothing was listed. So when they woke up and there were no tee times available. So that was my only concern. And then I went on just to do a little research, and I might have been going to the wrong spot, but I missed it all also. So, but if you...
It's definitely posted on the website.
Okay. All right. I must have gone to the wrong spot.
Well,
yeah.
Double check it.
Yeah.
The only difference on this, on the men's one, because it was on a weekend, so that's why, like on a Monday one, it's more expected. Yeah. But I think if you wake up at 5 a.m. to get a tee time.
Right. And so I've had both women and men say something to me about this, specifically about this past weekend.
Got it. That's because it was on a weekend versus on a Monday.
Right.
That's probably why they were confused. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Bob.
I heard we have the champion in the room, too. Right? Nope. No?
The other day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, John.
Oh. Bob. I said who won. All right. Thank you, Bob. What did I had? I thought I had something else for Bob. I agree, though, that I thought that the Senator Wong event actually went off pretty well. It was well attended. It was nice. It was a very nice celebration for Smith. And so very appreciative of Tony and pulling that together. It was fun. All right, Anthony.
Yep, you guys all should have received the numbers for last month. Those are our end-of-year numbers as far as the fiscal year goes. Right. So that's it was a really good year budget-wise. Revenues were up. Rounds were at about 47,000 for the fiscal year, less than the COVID year, but still outstanding for a typical golf year. Looks like June was a great month, trending again ahead of 21. You'll notice, again, we're in really good shape, even calendar year from January, tracking right where we were last year. So we can do that again, it'd be great.
I'm reading that we're $200,000 down fiscal year over fiscal year.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That is correct. We're still like 200 or 300,000 over budget.
Over budget.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And that's all they hold us to. Thank goodness.
I'm projecting a bit of data, right? You know.
And the budget is in on these things. Okay. Yeah, because last month we were saying, oh, everything's really fine. And
I think if I remember,
we're saying, wait a minute.
Yeah, I don't have the budget number in front of me, but if I remember correctly, I think HSR was 2.1 overall. Mm-hmm. So we finished at 2.3, yeah, so right. Which was down, like you said, 200,000 from the year before. But that was, like I said, COVID year. So, but still about almost $1 million over where we used to be in a normal year.
Yeah, over 2019, much better. So.
No, I'm not complaining. I just want to understand.
Yep. Yeah, that's all I've got.
Good. All right. Peter Grace is not on, right?
No.
Yes, I am.
Oh,
great. Hey, Peter.
Sorry, Peter. I don't see you.
That's okay. No, everything, like Bob said, everything's going good. We try to do a lot of things, and right now we haven't had much rain, and we're finding a lot of irrigation problems. So we're spending most of our time fixing irrigation right now, and just trying to stay ahead of the game. I got new guys starting, and we're training them. And they're some are pretty good, some are not, and we're just plodding along and trying to keep things alive and keep the course in good shape. And I guess I had good compliments this weekend from the member. I thought it went off very well. And I could go for a rainy day.
Did you roll the greens pretty fast for the weekend?
We did roll them. I don't know how fast they were, but we did roll them.
Yeah.
I played, and I thought it was pretty good out there. It got a little crispy on Sunday, but it's just keep the water flying.
All right. Should we, maybe for each meeting, we can kind of catch up too on any of the projects that you're working on, just kind of give us an update as to, sort of what you're working on, what's next in the pipeline?
Well, we got, there's so many things that between tree work, we did a lot of cleaning out between 6 and 7 this past week over in the wooded area where balls get lost all the time. Little things that we can get done because once play starts, it's crazy out there. And like I said, I would love to get a lot of things done, but then I've got grass dying because the irrigation's not working properly. So I got to take guys off other projects. Priorities change hourly at that golf course. So. Big projects. I'm dying to get to do something between 1 green and 2 tee, but I had a stump over there by 14 tee and 13 green since the winter, and I still haven't got that out of there. And it's just time and money, and we're just trying to get as much as we can get done.
All right.
Some people love what's getting done. Some people don't. It's always 50-50, but. We are doing the best we can with what we have.
Is there any chance of getting any of the new forward tees this year, Peter?
This year? No, definitely. When the fall rolls around, things cool down, and play slows down, we can get a lot of things done out there. But when you're putting 280 to 300 rounds a day out there, it's you start cutting fairways, you get caught in play, and then it just turns into a long day. And like I said, my guys are
doing the best they can, and I mean the course is in good shape. Got good compliments this weekend, and we just keep moving forward.
Okay.
We're going to talk about rating the course this year, Keith.
Oh, yeah, we could ask Bob about that. Bob, are you still on? Thank you, Peter. Bob, are you still on?
I am.
Mike was asking about the rating process, if you had any update as to whether or not we could get rated without having to wait 7 years.
No. So we can get rated any time,
No,
but they
right,
like you wait. They like you to wait 7 years in between. My concern is if we get rated before we do the forward tees,
Right.
we're gonna have to wait 7 years. You know what I mean?
That
Yeah,
makes
that's what I
sense.
meant.
Wait,
Yeah, and I would
Do we want to wait?
rather wait until after we get the set, the.
Yeah, I think we would all rather do that.
Yeah. Bob, would you rather wait?
I did, but I talked to the guy, and he said that we could, if we wanted to, mark where we believe the tees are going to be, and when they came out to rate, they would do it that way. But my fear of that is if we do that, and then we never get the work done, then we really are in a bad spot.
And then we have
I-
a rate based tees that aren't
Right.
there.
I agree with you, Bob. I think we should wait until the
Yeah,
forward tees
let's
are
just
in,
wait.
yeah.
Let's just wait. I agree. I'd rather have a rating on actual tees.
Absolutely.
And once the tees are in.
Because you don't know what's gonna happen when you start planning the tees.
Yeah.
They can move and, yeah.
Okay.
So are we all in agreement on where they're going to be?
Well, I think they're marked, right? I mean,
Peter, are they marked at this point?
I mean, I did a Google Earth thing, but Peter mentioned.
No, they're not. They're not marked.
no, of course.
No, I'm not aware they're marked.
Right.
I still think some discussion's got to be done exactly where we want to put them.
Exactly.
Like
Would-
guy number
would-
7, I think.
Would it be possible for myself to go out with maybe Peter, you and Bob and look at them?
Oh, of course. Yeah, because I was looking, like, for instance, number 7, the cart path kind of winds in. I want to move the cart path a little bit over towards the bunker, in that little area where we took those trees out. There's a nice area for a nice tee on 7.
Absolutely.
So that's one area, and 11, I'm still not sure exactly where we want to put 11. And they were talking about moving 6 more further up the hill.
Yeah, you know, it's
What's
funny,
out there?
I've heard that too, from a lot of women asking to move that, which I was surprised at since it was just moved, but I mean, I get it.
But I thought we were gonna follow the recommendations and look at swing speeds and the recommendations on what we already have of where they should be.
Right.
Well, the only recommendation we have at this point are Google Earth maps that I put together, and I just took a guess on where they should be to conform to the driving distance criteria we
Okay.
got from USDA.
So we'll just have to spend a
But
little
I-
time doing
yeah.
that more formally, right?
But, well, he did the yardage. He said how many yards.
I drew a map, and I put
Yeah.
the thing in there, and then with Google Earth, you can determine the exact distance, and I determined that and put it in the chart. But, I mean, I would feel a lot better if we could get out there and reach agreement on what we're gonna do, at least on 4 of those holes, even though we may not do it for a year or 2. At least have that finalized so that Peter doesn't have to wait for anything if he gets a chance to do it.
I agree with
And
you.
let them get going. And so, because unless you want to live with what I put together, which I think is probably pretty close to where we're going to end up, but that's just one.
Yeah, well, we could walk them, and then, and again, what we could do is just set up a meeting to walk, like the whole commission, whoever wants to attend.
Absolutely.
So, all right, I'll put that together.
Okay.
And I can resend those Google Earth.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that'd be good.
I actually saved it, so you did a great job with that, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, sorry, I'm just writing it down.
All right. So I can give the Greens Committee report. I think the course is in great shape. The greens are coming back, which is nice. 18 is a little slow, right, Peter? But it looks 100% better than it did, 100%. So I was really happy with the way the course looked.
Of course, in good shape.
It's just a little bit difficult when you have the bad areas. It happens to be the walk-off area.
And
I know this past weekend, all the walk-off areas, they were getting pretty well abused this weekend, but that's the nature of the beast.
yeah, no, the course looks good.
But that's 18,
Yeah.
the walk-up.
Yeah.
So, good, okay. Well, Liam and Mike aren't here, I actually have played the par 3 a couple times recently. Again, good shape. Crowded. It's always crowded. Every time I play there, there's people there. Not a whole lot to add. Like I said, it gets use, and for the use it gets, pretty good shape. So, nothing really to add on that. All right, let's move on. The 50th anniversary celebration. We have an event coming up on Friday. Anybody have numbers on that? Does anybody, Anthony, do you know? You probably don't know. Bob, you probably might know.
Yeah,
Friday?
I had Anthony's people look it up today. I believe we're at 40-ish for golf and another 8 for dinner. So hopefully by the time we go, we'll be closer to 50 for golf and 60 for dinner.
Great, that's funny. Yeah, that's great. That's a good event. I'm signed up. I don't know if anybody else is going, but I encourage everybody to
Yeah,
go.
I'm kind of.
Good. All right. I signed up for dinner only, so I screwed that up. So Bob is going to correct my error and get me onto the golf too.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
And they corrected my error.
Good. Good. That's great. Well, keep us updated, Bob. Just let us know. And if you need any help with anything, either before or when we're there, I'm happy to do whatever I can.
Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah, it sounds like it. All right. The long-term plan, I think we kind of covered it. Probably nothing really to add unless somebody wants to jump in and add anything on it now. We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
All right, the one I wanted to talk about was track measures. Everybody liked the proposal that Bob got. Because of the value of the contract, Anthony's going to RFP it. Hopefully, and my guess is, this will probably be the quote. Who knows? We'll see what we get. Do you know when that will go out, or have a sense of it?
I'll have to talk with purchasing.
Yeah, they probably haven't put together yet.
They were waiting for information from Bob. Gerald had a few questions. I don't know if that information got sent yet.
Yeah, okay. And then how it goes out, and then we just wait for responses?
Yeah, it typically goes out for 2 weeks, then it closes, and we open them up, and we have multiple bids, great. If we have one, we may end up going back out to bid, but we'll see. And then it'll at least give us a price point of where we are. I mean, we have an estimate of, we're about $100,000 or so we have an idea of where we're going to be. And then I'll have to go for that money in the next budget,
Right.
yeah.
Can we take a look at the quotes with you when you come in?
Oh, yeah.
That's good. I'd like to have a sense of what's out there.
Absolutely.
That'd be good. That's exciting. I think that would be fun.
That is very exciting.
Like I said, I was trying to looking around, and Whitney Farms has a pretty similar program in place right now. I've never played it. I don't know if anybody has been to their
Not the simulator.
Not yet. I mean, their simulator. They have 2 simulators. I believe it's 2. They're like $50 an hour.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
I'm sure it's similar to what the
It
golf
literally
lounge is
yeah.
in Fairfield
Yeah.
right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep, so I've been there once, did not
The
play
golf
very
round
well.
is pricier than
Yeah, it is
Whitney
the most,
Farms.
yeah.
Where are we on the design of the renovated driving range?
Nowhere. We're nowhere right now.
Okay.
Yeah. At some point, I'll have to work with purchasing on getting an RFP out. But, I mean,
You wait for the money to get approved?
no, I'll probably try to get some estimates before the money, so I have an idea. I mean, we put $500,000 as a kind of a placeholder, but I want to try to really zero in on how much it's going to be.
But if somebody specified what's going to be there?
Yeah, we'll hire most likely a designer, an architect, or if we can get a Topgolf to create a design for us, original, that we could chase it for free. That's even better. But.
Now, when you say the driving range, I know Bob has an idea about putting the short game area, right, Bob, in the sand. Does that include all that also?
Yep.
Okay. That would be terrific.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like that middle area that's,
Right.
with trees right now, I think, right? That's what
Right,
we're
where-
Yeah, and I mean, we'd have to get conservation on board to,
Yeah, right, no, of course.
I mean, that could be the nail in the coffin for us right from the beginning. So.
Well, worst case scenario, we
Yeah.
can update the actual range, right? I mean, that would be the minimum project.
Still would need them on board with that.
Yeah, but you would.
Even if you don't
would-
change the footprint.
The netting is an issue,
Okay.
right? They have certain heights on those poles right now that I think we're half a foot under, so we can have them.
Oh, boy. Okay.
There's all kinds of restrictions, unfortunately, on us back
But there
there.
could be some short-term solutions, like looking for an automated system versus a system with I mean, it saves money.
Oh, yeah.
I think people really like that, like the one at Fairfield Wheeler.
Yep.
It's really a great system.
Ball machine would be great. They
Right.
don't really have to worry about the hours anymore.
Yeah. So that might be, like, maybe we look at this in 2 steps to get the efficiencies up. I mean, I still probably have to close because of the neighbors, right?
I think if you, I mean, I don't think that's that big of a deal. I think, sunrise to sunset, like all the rest of our parks, is probably okay.
Yeah, they'll never approve.
You still
lights
need,
there.
yeah. I mean, well, I'm gonna still try to get the lights,
Yeah.
but
Double deck with
And the
lights.
parking's a little
That's what he wants.
bit
That right.
yeah, we've got
Wonderful.
plan.
Just
As
like
part of
certain
that plan is
farms
to
have.
upgrade the parking with the Parks and Rec master plan that we're going through right now. They kind of showed a design for Doogiella, which is the softball side of it. But they looked at that whole plan and they show the parking on there. Over 100 spots for parking. They put on their updated driving range and, the short game area. So, I mean, they took that all into consideration, so.
But I don't know how much it costs to go to an automated ball system, but that would be...
It wasn't that expensive.
Yeah, that would be a great short-term solution, because this is going to be years.
Yeah.
Like, this is not going to happen.
No, definitely not.
The design aspect of it will take a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if I can get the money in February, we can start construction next summer. I don't see why not. Or, maybe right after the season.
Yeah.
We don't lose
Really?
it. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're doing with our, it's typically how our projects move, yeah.
Well, again, when I was at the range, I don't know, a couple days ago, I said, cash only, right?
No, there's a key, it's automated. You can go there, as long as the gate's open, you can go in anytime and get balls. You do is get this key for, pay $60.
Right, you can get, right,
Yeah.
but if you're gonna do just one bucket at a time, you
Yeah,
get the
That's what it
total.
does, 1 bucket at a time.
Yeah, but you have
You
to have,
stick
but
it
you
up
have to
there.
have the key, though.
Yeah, if I don't have a key, I just want to come in and
Oh,
pay.
okay, you gotta have the key,
whatever.
yeah.
Right, if I want to
But
come
if
in
you
and
said
pay
it's
one
$10,
just in a
expensive,
bucket.
cash only.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
cash
sure,
only.
I got
We
it.
gotta figure that out, again, because that's what's killing
Yep.
us too.
Because there's
Yeah.
nobody up there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
but
the
that
machine,
thing works fine.
is older and, that's
Yeah.
to your point, like, we can get an automated machine up
But
there.
we priced it out last year.
I know you did,
Yeah.
and it wasn't that much, but I
No.
remember.
No, the killer for us was IT and
Yeah, I
getting,
know.
the infrastructure over there.
Yeah, that's what everybody keeps saying.
What time does it open now? Bob, what time does the person get there?
So, to whoever was saying, correct, I changed it this year. I leave the ball machine open for people that have the FARB. They can come pretty much sun up to sun down. But if you need to get a token, hours are during the week 8 to 7 in July, and during the weekend 7 to 7.
And that's kind of to close, because that's when people like...
The people that love the leaving it open sunset to sundown with the FARB has been working really nicely. People have been very appreciative of expanding those hours.
I
As
bet.
long as the gate's open.
Yeah, and it's crowded all the time, right? I mean, every time I've been there, there's a ton of people there.
Yeah, it's always crowded.
Yeah.
The range is doing well, but I'm seeing less, and I think it's directly related. The wheel got new mats.
Yeah.
The wheel mats are awesome, Bob.
Yeah. They're really nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I was at the wheel range, and they take a tee,
Yeah,
you
Oh,
know,
they do.
yeah, they're
it's really nice.
better.
They're good.
They
They're
changed
definitely.
what you aim
Yep,
for.
they got what we want.
Flags out there,
Okay.
did you notice they changed
No.
the flags too?
Well, if
They
we
have like the
put,
rocks, they have the,
Yeah,
they're,
great.
but if we put mats in now, they can be used, why not do the mats? Everybody complains about the mats, they suck.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Do we ever, Bob, do we have any idea how much it would cost to replace the mats?
So, Mike, there's 2 things. So you need to get a strip like we have now, right? It's not that much money. The mats that I really love, if we do the renovation, would be a little different. But you could, in theory, buy the mats and then, retrofit them into your renovation.
Right.
But it's about the best mats would probably cost us about $50,000, and then you could get into a decent strip mat for about
yeah,
$30,000.
let's do the car pass.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I actually have I solved the tee problem at the range
Ish.
I found a company that invented something that's incredible that we're supposed to be putting in there. Hopefully the guy does it this week. Really cool.
I'm sorry, Bob, say that again?
Yeah.
The tees will no longer be a problem at the range. There's a guy who plays up there who invented a product that's amazing, and he's supposed to install them for me this week coming up or the next.
Oh, that's great.
It's really a great idea. Have you ever been to a simulator? Those little like birdie-looking things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got these little 4-packs. You get 4 different heights, and they're attached to these silicone strings so they don't fly away. It's great. It's going to be great.
They are
Oh, good.
That would
good.
help a lot.
That will.
Yeah, 'cause I just use the mini wood tees, and
I know, and there's a million of them up there. I can't stand it. They
I
give the
agree. Then you got to go chase
But-
them.
yeah, because you bring a couple of
Yeah.
So then you spend so much time awkwardly trying to get it to your balls.
Yeah, no. That problem is almost solved. It drove me
That's
nuts.
wonderful.
That's good news. Good. Okay, well, that all sounds positive. That's it then on Trackman, I think. Public comments and emails. Start with you three. Come on, something.
Everything is, of course, in great shape. Everything's wonderful. Weather's been great. So
We do need rain now.
we're all good.
Yeah.
Only at night.
Yeah, you're right, absolutely.
Good, okay. All right, we got a couple emails. I think I printed out the right one.
I tried to do like one document with all the emails on it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, first email is from Greg Baumbach about some blind spots on 6 and 11. Bob, we've talked about this in the past, and I think we both talked about not putting in a bell system because it's never used correctly. Curious what your thoughts are about whether it makes sense to do something. I don't know, maybe they hear me. Bob, are you there? If not,
I'm sorry. I thought that was for the committee. I think we need something on 6. A bell system might not be perfect, but it's better than what we got.
okay. That's different.
Where would you put the bell? Down over by the cart path?
Yeah, I would say on the left by the cart path.
Right.
Does it make more sense to do like a flag system? Or does that get too confusing for people? I'm just, depending on the bell, I'm just thinking of the neighbors.
I understand. I don't know the answer to the flag. I've never seen a flag system. So what's that? You just put a color.
I've been to courses where when you're like down in like the gully, there's a flag down there, and you basically like wave it. They can see it from the table.
Oh, I see what you mean. You put the flag up when you're there, and you put it down. It's the same thing.
On hole 2 on the black course at the wheel, I've never heard anybody hit that bell ever. So, I mean, again, we can put it in for whatever it costs, but, I'm not sure that solves the problem.
6 is scary.
Yeah, 6
balls come at
Yeah.
you.
6 is scary, and then I know, Bob, from our perspective on the forward tees for 18, it's hard to tell when we can tee off, because you
On
can't
what?
see it all.
On 18?
On 18, because
Oh,
our
interesting.
tees are forward,
Yeah.
so we hit down to the bottom of the hill,
Yep.
and
Yeah, but you've got a straight line of sight, right?
no,
you
you can't see anybody down there.
Oh, down the hill.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, you're not worried about the people behind you, you're worried about you hitting into people.
Correct.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So I can see on both of those, because we always try to keep somebody back on 6 on the hill until we've all hit our second shot.
Let's just add on the GPS and the carts, all the other carts on the hole, which some GPSs do that. You know what I'm talking about, where it shows you who's on your hole.
Really?
Yeah, so it'll show you a cart. Let's say I'm a foursome, 2 carts, and in front of me is a foursome with 2 carts. Only if you have a cart. So if you're a walker, it doesn't work. But if there are 2 carts in front of you, it shows you where those 2 carts are on the hole. But again, that's not common.
In general, though, people with carts, one cart sits on top of the hill.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, which is great, but
A
when
lot
you're
of times when you're
walking,
walking, so we hold somebody back, but it makes it tough. So I could see both of those holes having some type of.
What do you guys suggest? You want to go to some type of bell or flag system, and then maybe, Bob, you could look into some options and see what you think is the best one? Or do we think we just want to leave it the way it is? I mean, if we want to move to a warning system, I'm fine with that.
I would like to see something in place.
And I think trying the flag first might be better for the neighbors, right? I mean, why not?
Yeah.
I know that when we play a course up, Bob, I don't know if you ever played Newport Country Club up in Vermont, Newport, Vermont. It's a public course.
No, I have not.
Okay,
They have mirrors. I've seen mirrors. I've seen bells and mirrors. The problem with the flag, that flagpole's going to have to be tall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At that course, they have something where you turn if it's red and you can see it. It's tall. It's in a pipe or whatever.
I see.
And then you turn it to green.
Yeah, red, like
Yeah.
green.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the answer is. It might be worth doing a little bit of research.
Yeah, Bob, let's keep talking about it. I'll look into some options too. Let's
Okay.
talk about that, and let's see. I mean, again, none of these are terribly expensive, so I would think that we could do them pretty cost effectively, and let's keep talking about it. But it sounds like everybody's interested in doing something. So, and then we'll figure out what holes it is, if it's 18, 6, and 11, or if there's other ones too. I think that's probably it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next email is from Eric Rabaskis. And this goes to, we got a couple emails about music. I meant to print out the rule, and I didn't. Sorry. And then Bob, as you can see, put together, and Bob, maybe if you don't mind, I don't know, I doubt you have it in front of you, but maybe just talk about, so we can put it on the record, what, kind of who you called and what you found about music at courses.
Oh, absolutely. So after I saw the email, I did a little research. I called, 10 local public courses to find out, where they stood on music and policies. Not one course had a formal policy on music. Most of the golf professionals were fans of music. To me, it's something that is just a part of the game now, and it's only growing, if anything. In fact, most of the new carts come in with speakers built in. So to me, it's all about volume. As long as the volume is appropriate, I don't see a problem with it. In my time, these are the first 2 complaints I've had about music at all.
Yeah, I've heard very little about music, to be honest with you. This was the first email. Again, I think, music is permitted. It just comes down to being respectful and not impacting other people on the course. So, again, I would say we don't do anything. We just keep allowing, music on the course without...
I think music loud enough to be heard by another foursome is unacceptable.
At any level?
If it's loud enough to be heard by another foursome.
But what if I'm talking, you can hear me talking? Is that the same thing?
It's pretty unusual that you can talk loud enough that someone on the green or on another tee can hear you talking. And most people don't talk that loud on a golf course because they respect the fact that it's a game of being quiet and not disrupting somebody by talking.
Right.
Is courtesy.
But you're okay with music as long as that adds up.
As long as I don't ever hear somebody with music, I'm fine with it.
Well, I don't know if that's because,
It's up to the
think about if you're on, I don't know if you want to do it, like if you're coming up 6 and you're going to tee off on 7 and they're pulling up to go putt, you're going to hear their music. I mean, that's just the reality of it right now.
I haven't heard much music though on the course. I mean, I don't hear it. I don't play music. I don't mind it at all.
I hear more and more music.
Yeah, more and more kids are
And
doing
the
it.
younger, maybe because I'm getting older and older. Younger and younger.
I'm surprised you can hear it.
I'm hearing less and less. So.
I hear it sitting out on my boat. It drives me crazy.
Well, I just went to an outing, and the giveaway was a magnetic speaker, Bluetooth speaker. But I mean, it is sort of a very popular way of golf to play golf now. So the last thing we want to do is tell people you can play music at every other course but Smith. So, and again, I don't find it to be a problem. I understand the point about being respectful. I think that's an important point. I don't disagree with that at all. I think that's just golf in general. You don't talk people's backswing, these kind of things. And that just kind of falls in line with that, So I think with that type of, restriction around it, which is to be respectful. And Bob, then it's just on the Rangers to make sure that people aren't playing it too loud. But otherwise, again, USGA rules allow it as long as you're not using it as a swing enhancement.
Well, there's nothing, our rules are silent on that subject. I read them.
Yeah, which is what it sounds like most of these courses are. They're just silent. There's not a pro or a con. Right, exactly.
Right, exactly.
All right. Is that it? Is that the only email?
That's the only one that I received.
Oh, sorry. Tom McCarthy.
Yes, bench.
Yes, I forgot about this one. He wants to do basically an outing for par 3.
I didn't think that needed to come before you guys, which is what I told him. Just work it out with Bob.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds great.
Sounds wonderful,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah. I've never heard of an outing there, but I know, no, we do have, what's the outing that we have there? There's an annual one there.
There is. I can't remember either.
Yeah. I think that's great. I say, let's do it. Do we know what day they want?
I thought it was on there.
Oh, it's a Saturday, September or October. Again, 15.
I've been in contact with him already.
Yeah, any available Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Did you pick out a date with him, Bob?
We haven't, but he wasn't sure about the volume, how many he's going to have, and I would rather not close the course unless we have to, unless he has enough people. We can work out tee times or something for him.
Yeah. No, I think that's fine. Yeah, it doesn't sound like we have to close the course. We're just giving them a block of tee time.
Yeah.
I'd love to get an outing there. So, okay, good. Well, let us know, but it sounds like you're on it with Tom.
Correct.
All right. Anything else? Anything from anybody on the phone? Good. All right.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you, everybody.